Good evening to one and all. I'm your today's meeting host and career counselor Urvisha Lalwani from Kadamb Overseas Pvt Ltd. Kadamb Overseas Pvt Ltd is well-known name in the field of student visa and immigration industry, with vast experience of more than a decade. We have served thousands of students to reach their dream destination for studying abroad. Today we have gathered in this meeting to discuss about the education in France with all the possible options we have. There are many questions that arise in everyone's mind here. Why one must choose France? Why not other countries? What are the benefits of it? Is it safe to go there? Is it good for family? Is it reasonable? Is IELTS required over there? So there are many answers of it, and here are few. France is a country where processing is of very short period, approximately of 30 to 40 days, as compared to other countries which take years and years. And later on, it may get rejected, it may get accepted, you never know. And they have many reasons for it. But in France, it is very easy to apply. Even the visa ratio over there is sure of 100%. You get visa in almost 10 to 15 days. And 30 to 40 days, your process gets complete. And there is no requirement of IELTS over there. Yes, you heard right. There is no requirement of IELTS. Just MOI is required of the candidate if candidate education is from the English medium. There, cost of living is also low and reasonable as compared to other countries. Universities in France give many scholarships to students. Government also provides free health insurances and helps especially to students, those who are studying there, and they can work there also. And they can complete their living standard over there. They can survive on very low cost of things over there. Today, I welcome our very special guest, Ms. Chelsea Connolly from ESDES Lyon Business School. ESDES School of Business and Management. It is located in Lyon, France. It was created in 1987 within the Catholic University of Lyon. ESDES is state recognized and its diploma carries the visa of approval and master's degree of the French Ministry of Education. The master's in management program is EPAS accredited. The school is private and part of Conference des Grandes Écoles and AACSB accredited. Now, I would like to invite Ms. Chelsea to continue the meeting by giving more detail of the university and its courses.
Thank you so much. I hope you're having a good day today, and thanks for having me on the webinar. So if it's okay, maybe I'll share a little presentation so I can show you a bit about ESDES and France and Lyon, and why it's a great opportunity that you might really enjoy. So I'm just going to share my screen, if that's okay. Okay.
Yes, ma'am.
Thank you. One second. Can you see it okay? Great. All right. So ESDES, it's part of a very prestigious university. So if you know, ESDES is the business school of UCLI, which is our main university. UCLI has two main campuses. There's the one here in Lyon, there's one here, and then there's also one in Annecy. So you can choose to go to Annecy if you want in the Bachelor program. There's over 10,000 students at UCLI and both undergrad and postgrad programs. And for ESDES, we currently have around 100 partner universities, which means if you want to study abroad during your time at ESDES, you can, and you can go almost anywhere in the world. There's universities in the United States, in Europe as well, or even in Asia. So you have your option of plenty of partner universities you can choose from if you wanted. ESDES itself has about 1,400 students, including around 300 international students. So a large portion of the courses and the individuals who come to ESDES are actually international. So you'll have a great experience meeting new people from all around the world. Like I mentioned, we have several partner universities, several double degree programs as well with those partner universities. A lot of alumni also who are there to help you, and you can discuss with them different options once you're here at ESDES. Sorry if you can hear that. So we have, like you mentioned, a lot of accreditations. So it is an EPAS accredited and AACSB accredited university. And it's also a grande école, which means in France, it's one of the top universities here you can go to. And you can see on this map that Lyon is in the heart of Europe. So it's very well located. If you wanted to travel on the weekends, you can go to Paris, just a quick 2-hour train ride. You can also go to Italy quite quickly by train, or you can take a plane and go to Berlin or London for the weekend as well. So a lot of options there. It's a great location to be in. So why come to France? France is a lot cheaper than some other countries that you can do English programs in, such as the US or maybe the UK. France's programs are generally cheaper, and also the cost of living is cheaper as well. Here you can study in English. It's a 100% English program if you want, but you can also study some French or another language if you already speak French, for example. And the culture is really great. Lyon is the gastronomic capital of France, which means the food is top notch, and there's a lot of great cultural experiences you can take part in as well. Lyon, like I mentioned, is at the heart of Europe. It's also cheaper than Paris. So I know a lot of people, maybe when you think of France, you think of Paris, but Lyon is the second largest city in France, and the culture is amazing. You have great food, you have great people, a lot less stress and a lot less cost than Paris, which is very nice for students who are looking for a great destination, maybe in a great place to live. It's a bit safer as well, so that's nice. And here's some pictures of Lyon. So you can see there's beautiful architecture, and the city itself is very nice here. And especially at ESDES, the campus is quite large here in France. So you can see the ESDES Campus where ESDES is located. And it's a very nice modern building built on top of an old building that was here in Lyon. So you get the nice mix of old and new here. So if you're thinking about applying, here's some things you might want to know. The admissions process is quite simple. So you download the application form. It's the same for all programs. And then you send the application form and the documents that are included to candidature@esdes.fr. That's our email address. And then after you've sent the application, you'll have a short interview online with a faculty member. It's just about 30 minutes. It's quite easy. It's just for them to get to know why you want to come to ESDES and to kind of see your English level as well. There are several scholarships you can also apply for. So the main one we would recommend is the Excellence Scholarship here at ESDES. You can get between 10 and 50% of your first year tuition reduced, which is a great starting amount. And then you can also apply for other scholarships on top of that if you wanted, such as UCLI scholarships or Campus France scholarships as well. And the Early Bird Scholarship will open again next year. It's currently closed for this year. But if you're thinking of applying in 2023, you can apply early and get an extra 10% off your first year tuition. That's great to know. And here in France, we have what's called the CAF system. As the French government actually gives housing assistance for international students. And you can apply for that once you come to France. But most international students do get that CAF help from the government. And it can be anywhere from 50 euro to 100 euro per month. It just depends on your housing situation once you're here. So what is the cost of living? You can see here we did a general breakdown, a little example. This can vary depending on the housing you would like, such as private housing or student housing. Student housing can start anywhere from around 250 euro per month, which is quite cheap for France and also other countries in Europe, especially compared to the US or other countries as well. And you can see there a general breakdown of what it might cost you per month here in Lyon. Like I mentioned, the CAF system, it can give quite a bit of financial aid for your housing. So it's also good to keep in mind that once you arrive in France, we can help you apply for that. So if you're thinking about the Bachelor program, talk a little bit about that. You would need a B2 level of English for the English program. You can see there are some of the breakdowns of the test scores you would need. You'd also need to have your high school diploma. And you would also need to have completed your high school level. And if you wanted to apply directly for the third year, which you can do if you've already completed some of your bachelor studies, you would just need to have completed those first 2 years or the equivalent of 120 ECTS credits. If you have questions about that, you can always send us an email or let us know if you have questions. So like I said, you can apply either in the first or third year for that program. And then in the third year, after you've completed the first 2 years of general business courses and information, you'll be able to specialize in either digital marketing or international business. So depending on the career you might want in the future or what you think your interests are, you might want to pick the specialization that best fits your interests. And it's also interesting to note that if you wanted to study abroad as well, in the second year of the bachelor program, most students would also go abroad in order to better practice their English or to get some work experience. So like I mentioned, we have over 100 partner destinations you can go to, such as the UK, US, or many other countries as well. So for anyone interested in our new program, it's brand new this year. It's an MSc program, which means it's just 13 months of studies. That starts at, it's 13,900 euro for the 1 year, 13 months, for non-EU students. And that's quite a bit cheaper than our regular master program. You do have to have a 4-month internship in that program as well, which is really great because here in Lyon, most internships are paid. So you'd also get paid for that internship as well. Now moving on to the regular master's program, you also need a B2 level of English for this program, and you would have to have a bachelor diploma. So you can see there again the B2 level English requirements, but we also have what's called the easy speaking test here at ESDES. So if you don't want to take one of the IELTS or TOEFL tests or any of the other ones, you are welcome to register for our easy speaking test online. It's 100% online, and you just apply on the application form as well. And there's a 50 euro fee for that. But once you've paid, we'll schedule the test for you within just a few days, and then you'll have your results within another few days. It's quite quick. So the regular master's program is a 2-year program, and the tuition fees per year are 12,200 for non-EU students. You also have the choice to specialize in the master program. You have 3 specializations you can choose from, either international business administration, international supply chain management, or marketing and digital business. So it's really great if you have an interest or a career goal in mind. Definitely apply for the specialization that best suits that, and you'll be able to kind of create your program to fit your future career goals. It is important to note we also have French programs as well. So if you do speak French, you can inquire about those. And there's an alternance possibility, which is like a work study possibility, but you do need to be at a B2 level of French for that. So finally, we also have a summer school program. This is also very new and it's really exciting. Because it gives you the perfect opportunity to come visit France, maybe before or after a bachelor master program. It's a 3-week program and it's in July. So the applications are currently open and they close early June. It's quite soon now if you're interested. But it's a great opportunity. You get to spend 2 weeks here in Lyon and 1 week at our campus in Annecy. And you can see pictures there, Lyon and Annecy below. It's a beautiful place to come visit. And you also get hands-on business experience with real French companies. So if you're really looking for that experience, hands-on like time here in France, I really recommend this 3-week program to kind of get you started. So you did mention the visa process is quite easy, and you're probably wondering how to start that process. So you would just apply online through Campus France. But if you have questions, I'm sure you can ask to Kadamb Overseas a bit more information about that as well. Quite a quick process, like you mentioned, though. Here at ESDES, we also have a lot of international student services. So it's great to note that our international department can help you once you are a student here with things such as housing, health insurance, selecting your courses, or maybe going on weekend trips. We're really happy to support you and give you some ideas of even clubs you can join or things like that. So later on, maybe you can check out our YouTube. You can see some student testimonials and see what students are really saying about ESDES. Give you a moment to write that YouTube down if you want. And we also have Facebook, Instagram, Twitter, and LinkedIn. So if you also wanted to check out the social media pages, it might give you a good look into ESDES and student life here. Give you another moment to write those down if you want. So again, the YouTube channel are a great place to see. If you want more information about the French programs as well, feel free to send an email to our email address there or contact Kadamb Overseas directly. They'll be more than happy to help you. So I'm going to stop sharing my screen now. But I think I'll turn it back over to you in case anyone has questions or anything like that. I'll stay online. Thanks so much.
Thank you so much, ma'am, for the amazing presentation. I really appreciate your hard work and advice. And now we have questions and queries session. Many questions that people asked over here. So you can unmute your mic and ask the questions, please. Ma'am, and we will answer over your exam.
Hello. Hi. I have a question regarding the summer school. So summer school is like anyone, if you are not planning to do a bachelor or master's, is summer school anyone can do for 3 weeks? Or is it only for people who are applying for masters and bachelors?
Yes, so anyone can apply. It's a 3-week program, and you just have to have a B2 level of English. It sounds like you probably do. So you'd be more than welcome to apply for that. It's a program that really gives you hands-on experience. So even if you're not looking to do a master's, you're not looking to kind of have a full program, it can give you a great insight into how business works, and especially international business here in France or abroad. So you'd be welcome to apply for that.
And what is the fee structure for the summer, and what is like accommodation and all will be provided, like any details?
Yeah, so the program fees are 3,100 euro, and that's for the 3 weeks. And that also includes housing and food when you're in Annecy for the week. In Lyon, we do let you choose your own accommodation because it can vary in price quite a lot. But we do have partner housing and things that we can help you get into quite easily. So you can contact our housing department or Kadamb Overseas, maybe they can help you as well. Quite an easy process to get housing for those 2 weeks because in the summer, a lot of things open up quite cheaply here in Lyon.
Sure, thank you.
Thank you so much, ma'am. Yes, Rajesh ji, you can ask the question. Rajesh ji,
Hello.
हाँ जी,
Ma'am, can you let me know about the institution? Is
आपके
it
पीछे से
private?
काफी डिस्टर्बेंस आ रहा है, आपकी आवाज नहीं आ रही है.
Ma'am, is it private institute or public institute?
Ma'am, is it private institute or public institute, government institute?
Yeah, it's a private university. So you get to top level education here in France, definitely.
Is it recognized by government of France?
Yes.
It is, yeah. So in France, and we also have international accreditations, like the AACSB that was mentioned earlier, and the EPAS, sorry, accreditation. So you have international and French recognition as well.
ID from real time answer, you have asked what is tuition fee. So for different courses, different tuition fees is there. As ma'am has already explained about it. More detail will be given from the Kadamb Overseas, whatever courses you want to pursue. Ma'am, there are other questions also. Do the students have job opportunities there?
Yes, so it depends on the program that you're applying for. The Bachelor program has a 4-month internship period. So you will have 4 months of an internship experience, which is normally paid if you stay in France. You can do those internship experiences abroad as well if you wanted. But if you stay in France, they're paid, so it's very nice. And in the master program, you'll have 2 internship experiences, one for 4 months and one for 6 months. Again, those are paid if you stay in France, so it's a great bonus. But also if you wanted to work while you're studying here in France on your student visa, you'll be able to work for up to 20 hours per week. So for example, on the weekends, if you wanted to have a weekend job, you could definitely do that.
It's like sort of part-time jobs, right?
Yeah, exactly. You could do a part-time job if you wanted.
Jayesh ji,
Hello.
do you want to ask something?
Hello. Hello.
Yes. Yes.
मैम, मेरा एक क्वेश्चन है, जैसे कि मेरा
इंग्लिश
प्रोफाइल जो
आप फिर से रिपीट कीजिए थोड़ा जोर से, कंप्लीट।
हेलो
हाँ जी।
मैम, मेरा क्वेश्चन ये है कि मेरा 9 इयर्स ऑफ का एक्सपीरियंस है और मेरा कनाडा पीआर के लिए फाइल भी लगा हुआ है। तो मीनवाइल मैं ये कोर्स करता हूँ तो मतलब मेरा जो एक्सपीरियंस है वो काउंट होगा कि नहीं होगा, मैं ये पूछ रहा हूँ।
Okay, ma'am, one person is already having 9 years of experience and he has already applied the file for the Canada. Now he's asking if he applies in our university, so those 9 years of experience will be counted?
They'll definitely help, yeah. So the jury will decide your application results. And if they see that you have a lot of experience, it'll definitely help your file look very strong, and they'll be able to realize that you already have that experience in business maybe. And also when you're in the program, a lot of what the courses are asking and things are hands-on work, such as like presentations or work with companies. So you'll definitely have a stronger, knowledge of those things, and you'll be able to really stand out in the program.
Yes. मैम का ये कहना है कि हाँ, आपका एक्सपीरियंस जो है वो गिना जाएगा एंड वो फाइल रखी जाएगी, जिससे आपका जो एक्सपीरियंस है वो फाइल में शो होगा, तो आपकी फाइल स्ट्रांग होगी और उस रिगार्डिंग यूनिवर्सिटी हेल्प करेगी कि आपको बेस्ट जितने भी ऑप्शन है वो दिए जाए और आगे की चीजें प्रोसेस की जाए।
मैम, मेरा एक क्वेश्चन और है, जैसे लाइक प्रोविंस लाइक क्यूबेक जो कनाडा में है, वहाँ पे मोस्ट ऑफ द पीपल आर स्पीकिंग इन फ्रेंच, so what will I get benefit if I study in France?
Okay. Ma'am, there's one question that guy is asking. If he studies in French language, then what sort of benefits he'll get? If he don't studies in English language and if he studies in French language, what sort of benefits is he going to get?
No, ma'am, this is not my question. My question is that in province like Quebec is a province of
आपकी आवाज बहुत ज्यादा लो आ रही है, थोड़ा सा।
मेरा कहने का मतलब ये है कि मैम, जैसे क्यूबेक एक फ्रेंच प्रोविंस है कनाडा में। हेलो।
हाँ जी, हाँ जी।
तो वहाँ पे अगर मैं लियोन में स्टडी करता हूँ तो वहाँ पे मुझे क्या बेनिफिट्स मिल सकते हैं?
बट सर, कनाडा और फ्रांस तो अलग अलग है ना?
या मैम, डेफिनेटली, क्योंकि मैम वहाँ पे फ्रेंच लैंग्वेज बोली जाती है और वहाँ पे जो गवर्नमेंट की अथॉरिटीज है वहाँ पे भी फ्रेंच ही स्पीकिंग रहती है।
ओके।
ठीक है। नहीं, मेरा कहने का मतलब मैम ये है कि जैसे मुझे फ्रांस में वहाँ पे जैसे पीआर प्रोग्राम होता है जो क्यूबेक का है, वहाँ पे फ्रेंच लैंग्वेज इज मस्ट फॉर, मतलब वहाँ पे एलिजिबल होने के लिए फ्रेंच लैंग्वेज इज मस्ट। तो मैम मेरा कहने का मतलब है अगर मैं साइड बाय साइड फ्रेंच कोर्स करता रहूँ लैंग्वेज का वहीं पर जॉन में, तो मुझे क्या बेनिफिट्स मिलेंगे कनाडा में अगर मैं 2 साल बाद वहाँ पे मूव होता हूँ तो?
ओके, उस बारे में तो कदम ओवरसीज आपको बताएंगे मोर डिटेल में। मैम यहाँ पर सिर्फ यूनिवर्सिटी के बारे में बता रहे हैं, उस बारे में हमारे जो सर हैं वो आपको टोटली पूरा इन्फॉर्मेशन देंगे कि क्या होता है क्या नहीं होता, बेनिफिट्स होते हैं या कैसी चीजें की जाती हैं, उसकी प्रोसेस वगैरह एवरीथिंग। ओके राजेश जी, राजेश जी आपको क्वेश्चन का आंसर मिला आपके?
हाँ हाँ मैम, मुझे मेरा
हम
क्वेश्चन
आपको
का
कनेक्ट
आंसर।
करेंगे और उससे आपको आगे जितने भी आप जो क्वेश्चन पूछ रहे हो उसका क्लियर
मैम
आंसर।
मैम मेरा कहने का मतलब है कि
अरे
फ्रांस भी एक टेरिटरी भी है वहाँ पे, फ्रांस भी एक
जी सर,
टेरिटरी
मैं
भी है
आपके
जो।
क्वेश्चन को टोटली समझ गई, बट मैं अभी आपको ये बोल रही हूँ कि मैम यहाँ पर जो है ना वो सिर्फ उनकी यूनिवर्सिटी के रिगार्डिंग जितने क्वेश्चंस होंगे।
ओके ओके
हाँ
ओके।
जी,
नहीं नहीं
हाँ जी,
मैम, मेरा एक्चुअल
अदर
में
क्वेश्चन।
रेलिवेंट उसी से ही है, अगर मैं वो स्टडी से रेलिवेंट ही रहेगा क्योंकि वो इंटरकनेक्शन रहेगा थोड़ा बहुत।
जी जी
क्योंकि
जी
अगर मैं फ्रांस में स्टडी करता हूँ तो मुझे क्या क्या बेनिफिट्स मिलेंगे अगर मैं वहाँ से मूव होकर कनाडा जाता हूँ आफ्टर, अगर मैं 1 या 2 साल का एक्सपीरियंस गेन करता हूँ आफ्टर स्टडी फ्रांस में।
जी
मेरा
जी।
कहने का मतलब ये
हाँ
है।
जी, मैं आपके क्वेश्चन को समझ गई। विल कांटेक्ट यू अगेन पर्सनली,
ओके
क्योंकि ये तो एक मीटिंग है जहाँ पर,
ओके, बिल्कुल
है
बिल्कुल
ना?
मैम,
हाँ जी, हाँ जी, थैंक
आई
यू
एम
सो
टोटली एग्री विद यू।
मच, थैंक यू सो मच। मैम, there's one question, do we have masters in data science?
And there's not an actual specialization in data science, but we do have specializations that can kind of complement that. For example, we have a management, ethical, and innovations biotechnology. Also, kind of management in industrial engineering, things like that. Those are more French specializations. In the English track, I might recommend the International Business Administration or the Supply Chain Management. I know that's not exactly data science, but it could help you if you wanted to specialize and then continue your studies after.
Okay, thank you so much, ma'am. And ma'am, Sadiq, are you having some questions? Your hand is raised.
yes, hello.
Yes, Sadiq.
Hello,
you can-
ma'am.
Yes, yes. Say.
Yes, ma'am. I just want to ask that is the study gap acceptable?
Sorry.
Is the study gap acceptable if I have a gap of 10 or 12 years in my study? So is this acceptable or university or what?
Yes, that's okay. We have several students who, take a gap to work or maybe focus on other things for a while and then they want to come back and maybe do a bachelor or master. That's definitely, you're welcome to join ESDES. And, with your work experience or your other experience, it really will help you as well. So.
Jayesh ji,
Okay, ma'am.
आपका भी
Thank you.
कोई? Thank you so much, ma'am. Jayesh ji,
Hello.
आपका question है?
Yeah. Yes, ma'am.
Yes,
Ma'am,
sir.
IELTS and TOEFL compulsory and English language.
The English test, you mean? Is that compulsory?
Ma'am, he's asking that is IELTS or TOEFL is compulsory in our university in France?
Yeah, so you do need an English test. There are several English tests you can send. IELTS and TOEFL, those are two of the ones accepted. There are other ones as well. So if you have done an English test, you can, let us know which one that is and we can see if it would be suitable. Like I mentioned, we also have the easy speaking test that you can do within a few days online. So if you haven't done a test yet, that might be a quicker option as well.
Thank you so much, ma'am. Jayesh ji,
Hello.
yes, Jayesh ji.
Hello.
Just a
Ma'am.
minute, Rajesh ji. Just a minute. Let me complete this talk. Jayesh ji, we
Yes, ma'am.
also have other options which Kadamb will give you and help you to get studies and get enrolled over there. So you
Okay,
can
ma'am.
just contact
Thank
us
you. Thank you,
and
ma'am.
let us know. Okay. Thank you so much. Yes, Rajesh ji.
Ma'am, can I apply on the basis of MOI? My MOI is English medium.
Sorry, what do you mean MOI?
It's a medium of instruction. my whole bachelor degree I have completed in English medium. So can I apply without any English proficiency test?
Yes, if you studied for at least 2 years in an English program, you don't need to send us an English test. You just
Okay.
need to send us a proof of your studies in English,
Yeah,
and
I have a transcript in there. My college has mentioned that my all the study are is in English language. So that
yeah,
is why I am asking. My whole commerce study are is in English medium, ma'am.
yeah, that's great. Then you can just send that with your application
So
form.
any English proficiency test requirement for this program, ma'am? I want to apply MS in marketing and digital business.
Yeah, so if you studied at least the 2 years in English, you don't need to do an English test as well. You just need to send the proof of your program being in English, and that's fine.
Okay, ma'am. Thank you so much.
Thank you so much, ma'am. Are there any questions? Sadiq, do you have any question?
No, ma'am, no.
Okay,
Thank you so much.
Thank you so much. Is anyone having any questions? Ma'am, there's one question regarding the scholarships. Like, what all opportunities or what all things are there for getting the scholarship in our university and in France?
Right. So, like I mentioned, there are several scholarships you can apply for. The ESDES scholarship that I mentioned, the Excellence, if you go onto the ESDES website, you can download the scholarship application form there in the scholarships or financial aid section of the website. Or maybe Kadamb Overseas can help you with that form as well.
Yes.
Yeah, and once you've downloaded the application form for that scholarship, you just send it back via email, the same email you sent your application to, and you'll have your interview for the scholarship as well. It's quite quick though; it's only 15 minutes, and it's just for you to talk about why you think you should have the scholarship, and to kind of meet one of our faculty members. And then within a few days, you'll have your results for the scholarship as well. And there are other scholarships that I mentioned, such as Campus France. For that, you should go on the Campus France website maybe and see the different scholarships that are available. Normally, you can apply for those online, which is nice. We also have UCLI scholarships. Like I mentioned, our overall university, that's UCLI. And you can apply for those scholarships online. Maybe Kadamb Overseas can help you with that because some of them are in French, actually. But you don't need to speak French to receive those scholarships. It's just the university is mostly in French there. And there are other scholarships as well that I really recommend checking with your local government or with other institutions as well. I know for the summer school, there's currently a scholarship through the India government. So if you want further information about that, contact Kadamb Overseas, and I'm sure they can help you with that. All right.
Thank you so much. Dhruval, are you having some questions?
Yes, ma'am.
Yes.
Ma'am, recently I completed my bachelor in dairy technology. So which course is best for me in master in your university?
I guess it depends on what you want to do in the future. If you wanted to work in international, like in an international company, or maybe starting your own company, I would recommend the International Business Administration, maybe. If you wanted to work with more of the products or like working on kind of production line and how to work internationally with that, and maybe the supply chain management masters. It kind of depends on what you want to do in the future though, but those are the two I think might suit best.
Exactly.
Ma'am, any food related course in available in your university?
There's not, but we do have the International Business Administration. A lot of people go on to work in the food industry or in hotel management or things like that, because it's really focused on business for international individuals and working in an international
okay,
kind of,
ma'am.
yeah.
And what about marketing?
Yes, we have the digital marketing masters. So if you're interested in marketing, that would be the way to go, I think.
Yes.
Okay, thank you, ma'am, for this information.
Thank you so much, ma'am. Dhruv will, for further information, you can connect to Kadamb Overseas. We'll help you out with the same.
Sure,
And
ma'am.
with other options also. Yes.
Okay, okay.
Sadiq, your hand is raised. Any questions?
Yes, ma'am. I want to ask that if a student has completed all the studies in English medium school, so is he going to require the IELTS exam for university for France?
No, you don't need the English test if you've already done at least 2 years of an English program. So as long as you send a certificate or something showing that your studies were in English, that's perfect. You don't need to have the English test.
Exactly. Yes, Sadiq, this question was asked also first, and I'm really happy and I appreciate you that you again asked your doubt. Yes, if you have studied at least 2 years in English, that is, we call it MOI. We need MOI in the English medium of education. So you don't need any sort of test, no IELTS, no TOEFL, if you want to enter in France and do education in France.
Okay, ma'am. MOI I already have,
Okay.
but still I was having a doubt, so I asked him.
Okay. Okay. Thank you so much. You asked. I appreciate that.
Thank you. Thank you.
Yeah. Any other real-time answer? Any other questions? Something you want to ask? Okay.
Ma'am, I have only provisional degree, so it's accepted for admission.
You said a professional degree, is that it?
Recently, I completed my bachelor, so I have only provisional degree.
Ah, right. You're still waiting for your diploma. Is that correct? Yeah, if you're waiting for your diploma, you can apply and you'll receive a temporary acceptance. And then once you receive your full diploma from your university, hopefully it has to be before September, before classes start. But then as long as you receive that before September, you'll get your full registration and full admission as well.
Okay, okay.
Any other questions? Anything anyone has to ask? Any doubts? We are here for you. So please
No,
feel
ma'am.
free. Yes, Jayesh.
Hello.
Anything?
Hello.
Rajesh ji?
No, ma'am, it's clear.
मैम
Okay.
मेरा एक क्वेश्चन है.
Yes,
हेलो
Rajesh ji.
मैम, कनाडा के जस्ट नेबर में एक मतलब फ्रेंच टेरिटरी है, वहाँ पे अगर आफ्टर स्टडी वहाँ पे जॉब कर सकते हैं? हेलो
सर वो ये मैम आपको आंसर नहीं करेंगे. एक्चुअली हम आपको
Okay.
पर्सनली इस चीज में गाइड करेंगे,
ओके
बिकॉज ये एक टॉपिक है जो आपको एक पर्सनली आपका जो क्वेश्चन है वो हम आपको 1-to-1 कनेक्ट करेंगे और आपसे बात करेंगे इस बारे में.
ओके
ओके, एंड आपका ये टोटली क्लियर हो जाएगा. इस सेशन के बाद हम आपको पर्सनली कनेक्ट करेंगे और आपसे बात करेंगे.
ओके मैम.
Thank you so much. Okay, so thank you so much everyone for this meeting that you came on such a notice, and I really appreciate ma'am for all your advice, hard work and productivity. We enjoyed the meeting very much. Once again, thanks for your advice and help, and we hope everything is gonna be good and everything is safe. Have a good evening. Bye bye everyone.
Thank you so much. Bye-bye.
Bye bye, ma'am.